Hello, hello, and welcome. I am Varden and we are back with the Rogue Trader. Let's see. Last we left off, I think we were just exploring. We just finished up more of the planets. But we still need to retake more. Reclaim more of our lost territory. Huh. This thing. I believe we have 3 more planets that we must take. 3 more. And they will be ours. They will be. You can see there's a planet here. Where did we leave off? I believe it was around here. We gotta go here. Anywhere else? Anywhere else? Not that I can see. And see, how do I get here? I assume go here and move up. And that is what we shall do. Let's go. Warp travel. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Oh, something bad happened. Lord Captain, Lady Orsilio was asking where she could find you. I sent her to your study. You can expect her there shortly. Oh, we're already gonna go and talk to someone. To Lady Orsilio. She wishes to speak with me. And what shall we speak about? We are, quote-unquote, in a romantic relationship. Do-do. Da-da-da-da. Do-do-do-do. What will happen? What will happen? Lord Captain, could you spare a moment to discuss a personal matter? Cassia's less than graceful movements betray her anxiety. She lowers her eyes slightly and fidgets with a satin handkerchief as she waits for your answer. I am Lord Captain once again, I see. Surely you know that you may call me by my name. I will admit I am intrigued. What is your personal matter? I must apologize, but I am indeed quite busy at the present. Here, we'll choose the first one. I may, but I will not. I would not wish to overstep my boundaries around anyone, let alone the rogue trader himself. I will admit I am intrigued. What is your personal matter? I am rather embarrassed to ask you about something like this, but last I was here, I noticed a curious tome on the shelves of your personal library, a rather heavy-looking volume, bound in a worn, gilded cover, a symbol of the Adeptus Ministratum on it. Martyrdom of Saint Visteria, I believe it was. Cassia waves her hand in the direction of the shelves, and the satin handkerchief slips out of her fingers. Oh. Perception. Cassia takes a quick breath of frustration, but it does not escape your notice that her ruby eyes are intently observing your reaction. Tome, let's see. Take up the handkerchiefs. Take up the handkerchief, bring it to your lips, then return it to Cassia. Oh. Let's see. Here, you drop this. Ignore. Oh, I see. A tome. That's why you're distracting me from my duties. Is some long dead saint. Let's see, what should I do? I could just pick it up casually. This is probably what I would actually do. I wouldn't do this. Let's do what I would actually do. Here, you drop this. It's just super, Cassia gingerly accepts the handkerchief from you. Make sure not to touch your hand. Then nods in gratitude and looks away sheepishly. Thank you, Lord Captain. I believe I should return to my chambers. And see. But what about the book? Not understanding. I could escort you. Let's see. Should I ask about the book? This was never about the book, was it? It was never about the book. I could escort you. Let's see. Here, I'll say I could escort you. Oh no, I should ask about the book. Oh, but what about the book? She greets you with a half-hidden smile and swiftly leaves the study. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. She's doing these little things to test me. And I'm probably failing hard. Probably failing so bad. But that is alright. Perhaps I should have escorted her, but I wanted to choose the options I would have actually done. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. What are you doing? Get on here. We must get back to the galaxy. The Coronis expands. This way. I'm gonna go this way because it's safer. Uh-oh. The clan servicing the Void Shield arrays petitioned the Lord Captain for aid. Compartments were becoming overrun with putrescent fungal corruption. The mycelium claimed one chamber after another. The thick black spores poisoned the rogue trader servants, causing their eyes to burst and their veins to swell until their skin ruptured. The clan was issued reinforced uni robes and gas masks so they could keep working with the soldiers burned away while the soldiers burned away the infection. Uh-oh. I took damage. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the war prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Oh, nice. We're alright. We did take some damage. What is this? Bliss has found out. What is this? To journal. What's going on with this? Where the shadows are deepest of all. Wait for the situation to resolve itself. Oh, not that one. What is it? A new ruler? Is it this? No, it's not this one. Critical tasks. Perhaps the data... Let's see. Certain matters demand the rogue trader's personal attention. Check the Lord Captain's conduct on the bridge. Oh, I gotta do this. Okay, I gotta do this one. And Wells. Is there contract? This one. Expense. Oh, 12 people? I gotta give people. For this? I don't know if I want to give people for these. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. Here, let's go do this one though. Back to the bridge. I can remember how to do that. Yeah, back to bridge. We must discover what's going on. Do 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 da 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 do 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 da da do 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 do. I know where I will go. Oh, I believe in all love. Just random noises. Hey, where are you, conductor? I'm gonna speak to you. Let's see, your lordship. The great mechanism has sensed your presence. Point at the text, and what is this supposed to mean? The screen blinks, a new entry appears in the place of the previous one. The machine spirit has recognized the one who stands before it. The previous string of sacred code signified a greeting as well as acknowledgement that you have successfully completed a certain task. Now the great mechanism stands ready to process your request. Since my presence, how? Enough of this. What task? The answer lies beyond the bounds of my knowledge. My supposition is that it might have something to do with your recent travels. Continue. I see. Since my presence, how? This mechanism was molded in the forges of the Adeptus Mechanicus so that it might serve the rogue trader. It was in your presence that the machine spirit first manifests itself, a miracle of the Omniscience, and a testament of his glory. Enough of this. I wish to inquire about something else. The tech priest bows. Leave. Okay, there's nothing. Let's see, is that it? Oh, that was it. I completed it. Nice. Okay. Classified information. I do need to take these 2 planets back. Claim. Do. I have so many quests, although many of them are for... Let's see. I was convinced that some of her kin can be found in a system known as... I wonder if I have to talk to her about that. Probably have to talk directly about that. Where are you? Where are you? You should be somewhere around here. See, you are way over there. Cool. I will speak to you about the quest. Finish your whatever it is. This is new. What is this? Some kind of... See. Urlit. Let's see. Urlit's lithe form stands frozen in an unnatural pose amid the blinking lumens and dancing shadows of the bridge. Her hands are clasped together, strangely, and her eyes are tightly closed. Her chest is utterly still, as if she is not breathing at all. Urlit, are you alright? Your words are met with deafening silence, but the flicker of Urlit's eyes beneath her closed lips lets you know that she is still alive, at least. Have I done something to offend you? Your behavior is starting to vex me. It is quite ill-considered for an Aldari who abhors attention to behave so strangely. Wait a while. For the first time, Urlit takes a deep breath into her nose, and barely audibly exhales. Her body remains as relaxed as ever, and her eyes are still closed. Your presence does not seem to be in any way distracting for her. Let's see. Sit down beside her and wait. Seems this is going to take a while. Hello, Minkyu. Hello, Minkyu. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. You find a somewhat comfortable spot and get yourself settled. Urlit still does not react to your presence, and as time passes, you begin to sink into your own thoughts. Ooh. Willpower test succeeded. The gilded chrono in your hands tells you that 2 watch hours have already elapsed. Your muscles feel stiff, and your head feels heavy on your neck. When you next glance around the small section of the bridge that Urlit has adapted for her own use, you catch someone's sharp, attentive gaze.
You are still here, Elentak.
Urlit's words do not sound like a question or an expression of surprise. Her eyes quickly sweep over you. She nods in greetings. You were deep in a special Aldari meditation, weren't you?
Yes. I am sometimes surprised by the depth of your knowledge of my kind's customs, Elentak. But even if listening is your only skill, that in itself elevates you above billions of other monkey.
Thank you, thank you.
My meditation is immersion. Immersion into myself, my inner world. It is my chance to speak to myself, but without words. Or to heal wounds that cannot be seen with ordinary sight. It is difficult to explain, even in the language of the children of Asurian. There are so many meanings and shades in its sound alone, and the monkey tongue is too sparse and awkward. No. Immersion must be seen to be realized.
I see. Continue.
I should say, Elentak, that during meditation, the mind does not leave the body. Part of it remains vigilant, monitoring what is taking place outside. So I heard every word you said, and I saw everything you did.
I mean, I just said one thing and waited.
Restraint is not a trait that your kind is known for. And yet, you did not interrupt my immersion, Elentak. A worthy act. I will remember this.
Urlit nods to you, curtly but gracefully. Nice. So you knew I was here the whole time, and you do not even bat an eye. In the future, you will answer me at once. We have a pressing matter to discuss. And you did not even bat an eye. Let's see. I will not tolerate such blatant disrespect. Oh yeah, we have pressing matters to discuss. Your nods wordlessly. I've been mulling over our conversation, and I can understand why you do not like people. But I think there is something else, something I cannot understand. Strange and blasphemous things. Let's see. I'm gonna do this first one.
What do I see? Your words ring with the desire to know the soul of another. But Will you be able to comprehend my answer?
Probably not. But I will try.
You and I, Elantak, look at this world in very different ways. And I see many more facets, and deeper meanings, and brighter colors in it. But to capture the full truth of this world in the miserly language familiar to your ears will take time. I will come to you with an answer later.
Okay. And I shall have it. I have to talk to her a lot. Why did you agree to join? Is it not strange for Aldari to be following a human? Let's see. Man, I have to talk to her about a lot of things. Let's see. Footfall is a buzz with rumors about Xenos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be a kin from Vtuber?
Is that snake venom seeping from your lips? We, the children of Azurian, are no strangers to the art
I'm
of
just
war.
asking. Hey.
We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by calamity, its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector. If you are looking for enemies, look for them elsewhere.
What happened to your own world?
It is a mystery as inscrutable as the sigh of the last immortal. As deep as the waters of a dark ocean. And I can tell you little, for I was far away, on a mission with my unit. We returned at the appointed hour, but we did not find Kruderok in its celestial harbor. It happened many turns ago. Or standard years, as you say. But I remember that moment as if it happened this very day. The memory of a loss is always stronger than the memory of a gain. Especially when you lose something as significant as a home. Or an entire world. We searched. We called out. We looked everywhere. But we saw only emptiness. And the echo of calamity.
I see.
Countless days passed before I found myself on the Lilithon and met some of my kin. Those refugees who had barely managed to reach our ancestral planet. Their stories were far from being the fruit of truth I so badly craved. Those who agreed to talk to me were few. For most saw me as a wayward daughter who had spurned the honorable paths. And they would not stop babbling about the terrible disease that spread black tendrils of pain over the paths of the Infinity Circuit and deadened our world one segment after another. The ones who survived fled in fear and wandered between the stars until the Lilithon's warm light reached out to some of them.
I see.
Some, like Muaran, lay the blame entirely on Monkey. However, I do not know the truth, but I hope, I desperately hope and pray to the gods that someday it will be revealed to me.
We'll discover. See, what is in Infinity Circuit?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the Monkey?
It is. It is.
Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so you can destroy another world of the children of Asurion?
I mean, that's always a possibility.
Forgive me, Elantak.
Monkey.
But I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
They keep calling me Monkey. What was your world like before it fell?
Kruderok cannot be described in your language. It can only be sung. Encased in a filigree of sounds. A melody as complex and delicate as the Infinity Circuit. Its energy network. It can be seen in the golden hues of sunlight. Felt in the breath of celestial winds. Though it was an artificial world, it was just as alive as any real planet. But I must see clearly. Not only light, but also shadows. I yearn to remember only Kruderok's beauty, but it had a dark side too. My world was isolated for too long. Like a lake of stagnant water. There was no movement or renewal, and even the sweetest outbursts of life soon turned fetid. Who knows? Who knows? Had there been no stagnation, Had our elders not been so blind in their dogmatism and our youths not lacking in courage, then perhaps Rock would still be alive even now.
Most likely. Most likely. Mm-hmm. Stagnation does kill, eventually. How do your craft rolls even work?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of
It
the
is,
monkey?
it is.
Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so
Saying
you
the
can
same thing.
destroy another world of the children of Asurion?
What can you tell me about your
Forgive me,
history of the
Elendil.
Eldari?
I am afraid your life is too fleeting and your memory too feeble to encompass the entirety of my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
My people ruled the stars when yours did not even have a name.
Mm-mm.
But many of our songs and stories were lost, stolen by she who thirsts. I can tell you the children of Asurion lived, created, caressed the stars as if they were pearls on a string, until Cylon Thresh smothered our empire in her terrifying embrace. Different branches of the Eldari chose different paths to salvation. My ancestors chose an eternal journey through the starry void, living on craft worlds instead of real planets. We rescued countless wonders from the days before, but far from all. You saw this on the Lilithen. Not even we can always master the gates our ancient ones built. This is the story of the Asuriani. There are branches that chose a different path, gruesome and frightening. But I do not wish to tell you about them. That is our dark side. Just as your kin have many dark sides of their own.
You keep mentioning she who thirsts. What can you tell me about her?
Why ask this question? Is it idle curiosity, or something else? Do not turn your thoughts towards Cylon Thresh, whatever your motive. She is downfall. She is hunger. She is the enemy of all that is good in the universe. She is an enemy to the Eldari, and I hope to you as well.
The Chaos Guards are the enemies of the Imperium, which means they are my enemies. You can be sure of that.
We are as different as starlight and its reflection in a muddy puddle. But we share a common enemy. Constancy is our strength.
I've learned what I wanted to know. You have my gratitude.
As you wish, Elontark.
Let's see, what else do I want to ask? Strange and blasphemous things started happening during the first voyage with you on board. The crew are whispering that you may be the reason. Is that true?
The minions of She Who Thirsts could sense my soul behind the thick walls and thin veil that separate your fragile lives from the roiling fury outside. A child of Asurion that dared to wander beyond the veil, within the reach of an outstretched claw, protected only by the barrier of unreliable monkey technology. It is too tempting a quarry for the monsters that serve Cylon Thresh.
I see. That explains.
Our ships never venture beyond the veil, and I never traveled the way you do, monkey. Elontark, I admit this was a novel experience.
Hint of guilt.
I lost composure, let dismay into my heart, and almost strayed from the path. This moment of hesitation
Varden. Hello,
drew
Sky.
the
Hello,
attention
Sky.
of She Who Thirsts.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
But I summoned my will and used the knowledge of meditation to achieve balance. And hide my soul behind an impenetrable wall of resolve. Future journeys beyond the veil will still be difficult. But I will steel my heart.
I'm just speaking with her to
and
her.
not let the hounds of Cylon Thresh pick up my scent ever again.
I'm trying to see if I can complete one of her quests. So I'm trying to ask questions from her. I got cinnamon toast sticks. Nice. How stream is going well. Just talking to her. I do plan on going to one of my planets, but I saw that I was really close to one of her side missions, like her mission, and I want to kind of complete that, but I don't know how. So I'm wondering if I have to talk to her about it. Let's see, tell me about your kin and your homeworld. I'm still unworthy discussing your world and your kin. Let's see, what do you think is happening on Janus right now? Would you agree to join me? Let's see, is it not strange for the Eldari to be following human? Let's see. I could complete this. I must take my leave. We'll do it later, though. There's a lot of talking. Let's see, the mission that I want to complete, companion, is this one. To convince some of your kin is found in the system known as to humans as the Forgotten Twins. That is where the Eldari's Farseer's visions have sent her. So let's go ahead and go there. I was there, but I'm unsure if things were working. Welcome to streaming RPGs, lol. I know, just a lot of talking. So much talking. But yeah, I wonder if I have to talk to her more in order to trigger the quest. Let's see, which one? It was this one right here. Let's go back. And let's go ahead and visit. So I went here, and this is where I was supposed to go, was here. And this. The Winterscud Dynasty outpost hails Varden Heste on Von Valencius and thanks him for your help. Locals are indebted to him. Glory to the rogue trader. Darn. I bet you this has something to do with it. What if... Oh. What happened? Oh, nothing happened. When will you guys play the original old Baldur's Gates as a collab? Oh, the original? My goodness. I'm not even trying to get the originals. But those would be pretty fun. Let's see. This one? I bet you this one has something to do with it. Let's see, what if I talk to her right now? What if I go back to my bridge? Maybe on stream. On Steam? Maybe on Steam. We'll have to see. I'm not sure if the originals are on there. But we can check. I can definitely see. I think I remember playing the originals and I died a lot. They're pretty hard. Oh, they are? Nice. Nice. Let me see. Let me talk to her now. Let's see if she'll talk to me. So where is she again? Oh, she's up there. Oh, this one. Doo-doo. Should be right here. Doo-doo-doo. Speak to you again. Eulit stands out from her surroundings like a Janasian jungle tree in a garden of manicured topinary. Unsettling beauty and alluring otherness. In her posture, her gestures, her piercing stare radiate from the Eldari. Yeah, they on Steam and also a modern console. Oh, nice. Let's see, perhaps I should talk to you more. Tell me about your kin and your homeworld. Or did I ask this one already? Am I still unworthy of discussing your world and your kin? Yula nods curtly, saying nothing. What do you think is happening on Janus right now?
The Lilithon is purifying herself of the corruption
God, the first one
wrought
looks
by
rough
the
by
servants
today's
of
standards.
Cylon Thrash. Gardens and birds,
I mean, they're pretty old.
animals and
Very
people.
old.
Many are gone forever, and even more are corrupted beyond healing.
Oh my goodness.
But the Lilithon is stronger. This world will live.
Yeah, they're really old.
My kin are probably still looking for a means to enter the webway. May the Lilithon spirit aid them in this endeavor. Beyond the gate lies salvation, and perhaps even knowledge about the fate of Krugerok and the remaining survivors.
Why did you agree to join me? Is it not strange for an Eldar to be following a human?
The outcasts my path led me to had a saying. Let me translate it for you. If you fall off a cliff, grab the roots and do not ask if they belong to a weed or a noble rosebush. You are the root I grabbed, Ilantak. Because I fell off a cliff. My
Mm,
home world is gone. My kin are either dead or hiding no one knows where.
I see.
By joining forces with you, I may be able to nurture a seedling of the truth I so deeply yearn for.
Isn't that Nemo? I think there's two different ones. Neverwinter. Oh my no, the Neverwinter one I believe is like super monetized from what I understand. Back in the day it was pretty good, but then they got sold off to some company and they just monetized literally everything. Hmm. Like even like leveling and stuff. Hmm. Well, I'm not saying that one. uh, I don't know, what's a good modern MMO these days? I mean, I used to play ESO, but, you know, and I did enjoy ESO. Let's see. But I actually would love to play an MMO again with you guys. That would be pretty cool. I do enjoy MMOs. It's just a lot of the modern ones, like, they're just not that, you know. I mean, ESO was good for a long time. I mean, I have 5,000 hours in it, so it's not bad. I just ran out of things to do. Let's see. Would be some good ones. Terra. I'll join it. Oh my gosh, Terra. Didn't Terra, like, die? You know, at one point? I'm pretty sure they have the same issue as Neverwinter did. Mm-hmm. Black Desert. I tried to play Black Desert, but I got so frustrated trying to pick a name, because every name was taken, that I just was finally like, you know what, I don't care anymore. Let's see, Lord kind of tries to study to ponder what future holds. Oh, what's going on? What's happening? Uh-oh. What's happening? Uh-oh. Oh. Or worse, in my opinion. Haven't played since. Yeah, when it first came out, I saw gameplay of it, and my sister used to play it, and it looked good, but then it kind of, like, it got sold off to some company. Again, I think the same one. They like to break MMOs. Like Desert is better at a character customizer. Yeah, it has a really good character customizer, but oh my goodness. I could not get a name. The young servant in fine livery quickly bows to you, places a peculiar object on your desk, a transparent dome with a living flower inside. The servant gestures to the flower, and the voxcaster built into the respiratory system lets out a crackle of static. I was instructed to deliver the gift to the Lord Captain only. Examine the dome with the planet side. Succeeded. Before you is a fragile branch of Lavandellum quadus, a most rare specimen native to the world of Quadus in the Calax sector, covered in tiny blooms, the color of a purple sky. The plant has been carefully sealed inside a dome, along with mineral fertilizer modified by the Magos biologist, which will sustain it for many years. Continue. Lord Imperium, you have already met the servant who delivered this gift. He is Lady Cassie's personal valet. At least you know the identity of the sender. Oh, so it was Orsilio. Okay, it's Cassia. Shoot, Cassia keeps doing these little games. She keeps, like, you know, she's like dropping her handkerchief and try to see what I do. She keeps doing like these little cute things that she like reads in romance novels. As for the plant itself, a term from the ancient etiquette of the nobility, all but forgotten in this day and age, comes to your mind. Immortalium, or eternal flower, a living plant capable of enduring in the void for centuries, an extremely rare sight in the Cronus expanse, and an unmistakable token of the giver's special favor. The appearance of an immortium in the life of two aristocrats has a unique ritual, the purpose of which is to demonstrate their true intentions without words. Every gesture, glance, or phrase in this ritual is imbued with deep symbolic meaning. You are expected to take the next step, which is either to reject the gift by pointedly ignoring its existence, or to accept it on your own terms. The recipient's acceptance can be expressed through the words of gratitude in private conversation or by sending a gift in return. High Factotum Janus Danrock can always assist you with this later. Oh no, I gotta send her a gift. Okay. Okay, I gotta send a gift. Let's go. Let's ask the other noble guy. I did like Terra, but none of my friends did, so I never got far. Yeah, it's hard to play those without, like, you know, friends, so. I never got too far either. Yeah, the only MMO I really got really far in was ESO. Everything else I barely touched. Hey, I have been given it in Immortalium, and I need help in arrange a reciprocal gift. An Immortalium. Janus shoots you an intrigued look through the lens of his implant. May I ask what exactly I should arrange for Lady Cassia? How do you know who I was doing all this for? Wait, how do you know this? Let's see. Oh my goodness, what do I send her? Let's see. Let's see. How do you know this? Lady Cassie must have brought this flower from Uruk 5 with her personal belongings. Kept it this whole time. Hardly anyone aboard this vessel would be powerful enough to acquire such an exotic artifact, aside from you, of course. I don't generally like MMOs. I've only ever played Guild Wars and Terra. Oh, RuneScape. I do remember RuneScape. I tried Final Fantasy 14. I tried, but I don't know. I just like, I got to the first like, I think I got to Heaven's Sword. Heaven's Sword, is that what it's called? I got to there, and I mean it was good. The story-wise was good, but as an MMO, it kind of, I don't know. It just felt like I was just playing a single-player game. You know. That's the problem with a lot of modern MMOs. I think it's the reason I left ESO too. It's because you just feel like it's a single player. They just make it like a single player game. And you don't even have to interact with anybody. You know. Path of Exiles too. I've seen a lot of good gameplay with it. It looks really good. I guess they're more of a social thing, but I don't like the combat in them. I do like the social aspects of stuff. They need to add more social stuff, because that was what made WoW so good back in the day. And even even before that, what was the big MMO before that? Dang, I don't remember. I can't remember for some reason. I feel stupid. But anyway, it was all about the social stuff. Like WoW was popular because it had the combat was really good. It was, but also it had all the social stuff that was popular back then for MMOs. Not Neverwinter. Ultima was one of them. It was another one. It was the other one. EverQuest. It was EverQuest. That's right. They they were big on the social aspect. The combat wasn't that good, but the social stuff was what made it great. And I think they need to make a comeback with that, the social stuff. Because right now, because every MMO kind of dies because everybody's just, you know, by themselves unless they have like a core of friends who are playing, you know. They need to bring back that. That's what really made WoW, you know, because it was not only the social stuff, but it was good combat. They need to have a good game with also those social stuff if they want it to survive long term, you know. That's in my opinion, of course. I don't know if that's actually the case, but I think so. If they want something to survive long term. Because combat, sure, you can have the best combat ever, but once you beat the game, you kind of beat the game. And then it's not really an MMO anymore. It's just a game with a lot of people in it. I'm searching Steam for MMOs right now, and some of these games are not an MMO. Yeah, there's a lot of them that aren't actually MMOs. They're just, you know, like, I don't know, what would you call a lot of them? A lot of them are really just like Warframe is a good example of a game that they keep calling a MMO, when it's more like you just have a bunch of missions you do, and you can have other people join you. That's not really an MMO to me, you know? Let's see. Truth be told, I know little of gifts. Do you have any ideas? I suppose you could discreetly ask the Lady Navigator about her preferences in personal conversation. I shall return when I think of something. And, okay, I'm gonna ask the lady. I gotta find out what the gifts are gonna be. Or like a sandbox, just like an online game, LOL. Pretty much. Let's see, I think, because people try to do sandbox MMOs, and they do okay. And I do enjoy sandbox MMOs. I think they're really good. But I think they have their own kind of flaws. I think a good mixture you would probably need is like a little bit of sandbox and a little bit of theme park, because you know, just like I guess a little bit of like handcrafted stuff with I guess player driven events that can happen, or even have something like how Helldivers has their like game master have do something like that. I think that would be really cool. Of course, I wouldn't know how to actually do that, to be honest, because I'm not really. MMOs are hard, to be honest. They're super hard. Yeah, for real. Too much sandbox just leaves you wandering around. That's how a lot of them are. They're just you just wander around. I think the idea is super cool. Like, I do think it's really cool, the idea, but I don't think it's pulled off very well. You know, I think they should have like I guess a mixture of the two, where you have your set, you know, handcrafted areas. It's, you know, towns, cities, and then maybe have some sandbox elements. I'm not sure how you would actually go about it. See, old school RuneCraft is also on Steam. Ooh, old school RuneCraft. Oh, RuneScape, I mean. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Let's see. Why don't we talk about gifts if you're not opposed? Late Navigator, isn't there... No, here. Why don't we talk about gifts if you're not opposed, of course?
Gifts? What do you mean?
Let's see. Actually, let's see. Your valet delivered a rare gift to me. At your request, I dare presume. Do you realize I know who sent the Immortalium? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Also looking to this one called Lost Ark. Kind of mixed reviews. It's because it's a Korean MMO, and Korean MMOs have a lot of monetization elements in it. So like I think the gameplay is kind of fun, but then it's super grindy. Yeah. And that's the thing about Korean MMOs. They're super heavily monetized, and they're super grindy. Yeah. Let's see. Your valet delivered a rare gift to me. At your request, I presume. Shrugs non-committedly, raising her question, pushing Ruby gaze to you. You do realize I know who sent me the Immortalium.
I see people's emotions in the vivid spectrum of hues surrounding their essence, Lord Captain. And I understand everything. However, I have enjoyed this little game. I hope you have too.
Being near you has made me reckless, and thus I ask you to accept my ardent feelings as a gift equal to yours. Let's see, I suppose I shall take my leave of you. See, as tradition requires, I hereby resolutely declare my acceptance of your friendship. Let's do this one. Let's see. Lady Cassia, being near you has made me reckless, and thus I ask to accept my ardent feeling as a gift equal to yours. A second later, an invisible force envelops you in a swirling torrent of emotions, and your heart skips every other beat, in time with the Lady Navigator's breathing. This is how you know she's, she likes what you said. When Cassia's powers recede, the austere reserve on her face is replaced for the first time by passion. In her eyes, the curve of her lips, a slight tilt of her head, with a small nod and a smile on reddened lips, she holds out her hand, pale and trembling. Oh, okay. Okay, what should I do? Say, kiss her hand. Cover Cassie's hand with your own. If someone had told me that one day I would take leave of my senses like this, I never would have believed it. Tenderly squeeze her outreach hand. At last we have become a little bit closer. Bluntly draw back. Some treasures should not be touched, even by those who most covet them, my lady. So I could kiss the hand, but I don't think I would actually do that. This one, maybe. If someone had told me that one day I would take leave of my senses like this, I never would have believed it.
By your leave, Lord Captain, I would like to spend some time alone and think about what has transpired.
Oh, I think she wanted me to kiss it. Darn it, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at romancing. I need a gift. Be bold, my boy. Be bold. Let's see. Oh, I can't do the gift anymore because I just straight up just said, you know what? Oh. Let's see. Enough questions. I shall meet you later. Okay. Let's just go travel. Let's go travel. Oh. I know there's been so many times where, like, there's the obvious choice, but I'm like, Varden wouldn't do that. And I just do the one just below that. That night, Lord Captain and some of his crew were awakened by beautiful music. The sound seemed to caress their very minds, until they realized that the source was their own bodies. While their teeth were chattering out a staccato, their tendons were being plucked like strings by unseen hands, and invisible breaths flowed through their bones, turning them into mournful flutes. The illusion ended, but for a long time afterward, every movement made their hearts stutter in fear. Was the orchestra about to strike up once more? The Immaterium released us from their grip this time. Oh, that sounds painful, to be honest. Unbelievably painful. See. I think I already tried to do that. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, why not? Whoa. Chart new. Do I see anything? Nothing. I want to get there. Let's go ahead and visit this unknown solar system. What lies here? Not very much. But there's this. I'm not sure what that is. Scan. And what do I find? Prisoners of ice. A strange and frightening discovery was made at one of the sites on the frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned into solid ice, freezing them in place with their eyes wide open and their hair fanning out behind them. Searches uncovered nothing that could explain this mystery. Oh. But I want more. I want to see all of it. Guild Wars 2 is another that looks kind of good. It does look a little good. I do hear a lot of good things about that. Ooh, plasteel. Go ahead and accept that. I do like plasteel. I probably didn't need that, because I do need the other stuff. I have like 17 of this, so I don't know if I need that particular. We'll save the rest of them. If we see plasteel, we won't do that again. Begin scan. What is this? When the rogue trader ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus Void Station, it is met with hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. An explorator Lex Mechanic, who introduces himself as Service Unit 42, dispassionately inquires how the station can be of use to the rogue trader. Plunder the station now. Propose a trade of resources with the explorator. Give... Let's see... Here, propose a trade of resources. Upon consulting data from the station's main cognitor, Lex Mechanic Service Unit 42 confirms that the station requires rare transzeration elements or natural gas for research of an undisclosed nature. For its part, the station cannot offer the rogue trader anything in exchange at the moment, but the Adeptus Mechanicus representative on footfall will certainly repay him for his aid. Give it to him. No, he took my stuff. No. Oh, I get that. Never mind. So removed fuel, which I have a ton of fuel. The station thanks the rogue trader for his cooperation and presents him with several containers of unused reserves as a token of his gratitude. Nice, thank you. Go ahead and leave. Did I already give that? Oh, I got another. Oh, I could do it again. And get more profit factor. Oh, leave. Let's go ahead and leave. I didn't realize I can do it twice. But I have a lot of fuel, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay. Nice. Let's go ahead and leave. Got some profit factor, which is necessary to buy things. Yeah, I figured out how profit factor works. It's a much simpler than I had thought. And go. Warp. During the warp journey, the augurs discovered a strange object that had been following the rogue trader's void ship for several hours. Judging by the distorted telemetry, it was a strangely shaped vessel of Xeno origin. The unidentified pursuer tried to approach the void ship several times, allowing the augurs to observe the shimmering energy sails unfurled among the shifting currents of the warp. The strange chase ended after the mysterious ship vanished in the depths of the Sea of Souls. The immaterium released us from the grip this time. I've been pretty lucky so far, because it is possible to get attacked when you do these things. Do I see? Oh, I can go straight there. Nice. Although I kind of want to go here. Visit. What shall I find? What shall I find? Ooh, lots of stuff. I'm gonna go here because I see ship, starship remains. I want them. Oh, what'd I get? Did I get anything? Did I get anything? No, it doesn't look like I got anything there. Did I? Is it scrap? Did I get scrap? I can repair my hull. Let's go ahead and repair my hull. Let's see. I'm assuming I got some scrap, is what happened. I did play a little Guild Wars 2, but my friend left me behind. How dare. How dare. To be honest, I'm one of those people too. I just keep playing a game, and I end up going way past my friends. Sads. Sads that I'm like this. The crew has discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Augur data suggests the same kind of sleeping gas events here. It's likely the animals either don't realize that they are headed for a deadly trap, or even come here to die on purpose. Study the gas. After a series of experiments, the ship's weaponsmith managed to perfect a few different types of ammunition. Nice. End dialogue. Collect. Hills, yes. This way. Do. What lies here? And nothing. Here. Give me. The augurs have detected wreckage in the void ship's vicinity, but the exact nature of this wreckage remains unclear. He really liked the first one as well, so I understand the enthusiasm. Pick up several pieces of wreckage. Look for the source of the wreckage. Continue on your journey. Look up the source. The augur crew reports that it has registered no evidence of disaster that could have produced such debris. Pick up several pieces of wreckage. Some of the wreckage is made of plasteel. The rest is some unknown material. Studying the fragments further is nigh impossible due to severe corrosion damage. The non-metallic fragments also bear burn marks. Continue. Oh. But I want stuff. Begin. Do you have stuff? More plasteel? Oh, it's only 2 though. And I already said no more plasteel. Begin. Item. Item. Take item. I like item. Nice. I do like item. I want to check this again. Did I pick up any? No, I did not. I lied. I picked up nothing. Nothing. Well, that's everything explored there. Pretty anticlimactic, you know? Nothing too much there. But let's go. I do want to go here, because this is where the main quest is taking me. But let's go here. Because I really want to see what's over here. And scout. What do you see? Nothing. Nothing. Visit. Do. Oh, there's some ships here. I don't want to do ship combat just yet until I unlock the ability to buy new weapons, which I should be getting with the next location. Oh, let's do it. Let's go. We're going down to the planet. We will find what's down here. Huh. Items. Hope you know.
I offer up my thanks to thee, O Messiah, for granting me the ability to serve you as a predator whose prey is knowledge.
Blow that up for me.
The burden of failure is
Why?
the most terrible punishment.
Why would you fail like that? You have a 90% on that thing.
Never doubt me.
There we go. There you go.
Let us walk this path to
Although I did that, I wanted to see what's over here now.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Nothing escapes. Where? You see something. Oh, what's this? Oh. A cracked Xeno chest. Ooh. I want it. Is there nothing but Xeno stuff here? Xenos? Where are the Xenos?
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Athletics.
I'm
Predictable.
still new to the art of exploring.
Ah, lore warp. Something bad is going on. This is a puzzle. I have a feeling this is a puzzle. Let's go ahead and do some lore warp.
My house would be proud of me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see. I did stuff. Redirect the energy beam. Let's see. Warp apparition. What is the warp apparition?
Let us see what I found.
You found something. Uncover. Doo-doo. Okay, there's a puzzle here. I think I understand. I don't, but I'm thinking I do.
A revelation was sent to me.
Good. What is this? This is a cracked Vox. A furious male voice is coming from the old Vox. This is Captain Trevor Durax calling the Bullion. Get your horses back to the surface and get me out of here. My guts may be fused to my suit, but I'm not dead yet, no matter how much you wish it were otherwise. A moment later, the raging tone gives you the strangled, rasping, "Hey, can any of you hear me? Respond. I'll pay double. Just don't leave me here." Damn it, it's going so well. Ian figured out how to open the first sphere, thanks to the pattern of the floor. Yeah, who knew there'd be so much trouble with the second one? I didn't. They didn't either. Cowards. Okay. I think I understand. Okay, there's a pattern here. And there's the second pattern. Okay. Redirect. Okay. There's a pattern. I'm seeing pattern. Redirect. Okay. Redirect. Doo-doo. Okay, redirect. Redirect. This seems not right, but we're gonna... I see. I see, so this... I did this one. But what I actually need is this. Here, redirect to you. Oh, that didn't work at all. I'm trying to think, how does this work? Okay. So if I do... So this one's the furthest one back. I need this one to go here. Okay. You need to go here. Right? Or was that wrong? Let me think. Let me think. Or am I dumb? Okay, so this is the back one. So you go, huh, you. And then you go, huh. No, that's not right at all. It wouldn't be right here. So I'd be doing this. So I need this to go here. Okay. There we go. There, and then you jump across. There. You go that way. Doo-doo. That way, and then you go back. And then... Oh, did that not work? Oh, no, it did work. Open. Ancient Force Sword. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, that was one thing I could have done. Empty jaws.
With each step, I forge my destiny.
Oh, can I do...
among the stars.
I see. Wait, what if I do the one... This one? Will this unlock something? So I got the other one. Because I wasn't certain how you did this. Okay, does that open it? No.
We are
I
bound
woke up
by the
with a
blood of
feeling of
martyrs.
wonder.
I think I already got what I
As if
needed.
a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000
Cool.
heretics were burning alive,
Doo-doo.
begging and sobbing and howling.
Doo-doo, Sky. This weapon is so much better than the one you're using. The sword deals an additional sire rating damage. Oh, but it's not good for you. Not good for you at all. You know who this is for? This is for the Inquisitor guy. Yeah, this wouldn't help you at all. Although it does more damage, you would lose some parry. Yeah, other than being a decent sword, it wouldn't actually help you that much. Darn. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing with this one, this is rated, but it doesn't have a good armor penetration. Yeah, the one you have is already really good. Okay. We'll keep that one. Darn. Although we got a good weapon.
The divine watches over
Found a random
us.
puzzle. Let's go, let's get out of here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go here. We can't face the ships just yet, but we want to in the future. Begin scan. This is... How much is this? Only 2. Only 2. It's not that good. The Lone Mountain chain is composed entirely of mineral with a shiny mirror-like surface. The mineral itself has no particular value for production, but its properties make this place incredibly beautiful. The sky is brilliantly reflected in the many surfaces of the plateaus, oddly shaped rocks, stone arches, and columns. The view is especially stunning on clear starry nights or when the aurora trails down in the sky. The enraptured crew have asked the Lord Captain's permission to visit this remarkable place. Grant shore leave. The shore leave passed without incident, and the ship's officers talked about it for weeks afterward. Even the Xenos Yurlid marveled at the rock columns sprinkled with reflected stars. She even deigned to speak to the other officers, telling them the place reminded her of Kruderak, her homeworld. Nice. Oh wow, I gave everybody some shore leave. Let's see. Adamantine. This is... see, I only have one, but 2 is not a lot. Well, we'll keep in mind that's there. For now, though, we need to go to our world. Try to retake it. Because that is the point today. Cool. 2. Let's go ahead and do this. Make it a little bit safer. And let's go. Cool. The officers on one of the lower decks stopped providing status reports. 3 days have passed since the Vox system broadcasted anything other than subdued moans and wet slapping noises. An enforcer squad sent to investigate reported that the denizens of the lower levels have regressed to animals and succumbed to depravity. Their connection with the squad was shortly lost. The High Missionary of the Adeptus Ministratum became flushed with fury and condemned these as designs of the archenemy. The hotbed of heresy was cleansed with fire and prayer. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the war prevented the vessel from returning to real space. No, they hurt us. How dare they? How dare they? Oh, nice. Oh, this is my other planet over here. Okay. See, there doesn't seem to be anything more this way that I can see. But there does seem to be more in this general area. Okay. Visit. It's time to go here. To one of our worlds that we must reclaim. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman on the line, I can report that the quest for the capital world of the Von Valenciennes dynasty is finally at an end. Dargonis is straight ahead. We have received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their master will be arriving. The merchant captain is taking refuge in the orbital docks, and Dargonis raced to send you priceless welcome gifts, hoping to buy your favor and make an impression on the rogue trader. Ooh. I could go straight there, but I kind of want to explore. I will go to Dargonis later. Let's see. Lord Captain, I would be pleased to accompany you during your visit to Dargonis, so I can personally introduce Achilles Scalander, a servant of the Golden Throne, who previously attended Lady Theodora on Dargonis. I'm counting on your benevolence. Yes, you should come with me. Which one's Dargonis? That one's Dargonis. Let's go ahead and explore, because I want to explore. What is this? Do I have that? I don't have this. Extract. Not even sure what that is, but I'm getting it. It's not even up here. We can scan. Nothing. Intriguing surface topography. It is possible that the molten rock of the mantle poured out a consequence of natural cataclysm or collision with the celestial body. I see. Good. I should, before I go here, go to you and give you your weapon. And I also should probably provide you with actual gear if you're gonna come with me. Let's see. Because I kind of just stripped you down. Do. Immunity. Let's see. Taunting Scream. This could be useful. Daba. Bonus to this. Duddy, I didn't think I was gonna need you. When the wearer uses Endure, see, the wearer gains a 50% bonus to damage against enemies. I dealt damage to the wearer. No. Maybe this one. Let's see. No. Plus 10 strength, yes. Plus 10 strength. That can work. Okay, what else? 10 persuasion. Lore. Plus 20 bonus to lore warp. A negative 10 penalty of willpower. Uddy. Let's see, what else? I never know what to equip people with. What's this? They gain 20% dodge. No. Item reduces wounds by a negative 10%, yet increases critical hit chance. Oddy. That's good enough. He should be fine. He'll survive. And we'll just give him a bunch of crack. Here, have all the crack you can have. There we go. Let's go this way. Oh, nothing. Disappointed. Adeptus Mechanicus ship. We shall go here. Lord Captain, a transport shuttle bearing the markings of the Adeptus Mechanicus is approaching the ship. Magos Tarzus delegation intends to board our ship and gain an audience with your lordship. This is exactly how they phrased it. He intends, not humbly requests. Many of my tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with the laity. It is regrettable. Who do they want? Tell them to get lost, and see, punish them for their disrespect. Receive the delegation. They may indeed be here on important business. Who do they want? The honorable servants of the Omnisci have ignored our request. Such arrogance is hardly trivial. It rather appears to be part of their intimidation tactics. Receive the delegation. They may indeed be here on important business. It will be done, Lord Captain. Requesting permission to be present at the audience granted to my tech comrades. Yes, you will be here. I do want you. Who else should I have? If I'm going to be honest, for this particular meeting, I should probably have Henrix. He should be there. And then Sky, for if anything goes wrong, he can destroy them. Okay. Should be good, should be in. Let's do this. Something tells me something bad's gonna happen. Because there's a whole map. I am the demolition crew. What is it you want, Tarzus? The group dressed in the Crimson Priesthood of Mars walks toward you. Their gazes are fixed on Pascal. You note that the group is not monolithic. Some of its members are more heavily armed and follow a large tech priest clad in battle armor. Others keep a respectful distance and cast esquiring looks at their own leader, whose hunched posture belies the tall frame. Despite the hood hiding his face, you recognize him as Opticon 22, whom you encountered on Footfall. The enormous tech priest points his hand at Pascal and lets out a booming roar not unlike a factory alarm. It makes you very bones vibrate. Herald Servo skulls marked with emblems of the cog follow in its wake. They blare shrilly. Thou shalt not suffer a heretic in the forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal Hanuman. In the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest. The hunched servant of the Omnicide turns to you. Diplomacy mode engaged. Announcement. The Adeptus Mechanicus officers their apologies would like to inform you the necessity of conducting an operation to detain, arrest, terminate a faulty unit on the Rogue Trader's territory. Study the two priests. I'm not giving him Pascal. You identify the rare armor the enormous tech priest is wearing on a sector-plated mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and has markings that announce its status as relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe, to the point of endangering its operation. The slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then, convulsions shake the tech priest's body, and a painful sounding hiss comes from his vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes a point of not drawing his weapon. There is an air of concern about the way he frequently glances over his fellow, scrutinizing his condition. Seem, who dares to arrive on my ship uninvited, asking for trouble? Are you cogs? On what charges are you trying to arrest a member of my retinue? The heretic is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiava Gamma, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omniscience. The deafening roar from the tech priest's vox makes you grimace in pain. You touch your ear and notice blood on your fingers. The faulty unit will be removed. In the name of the Omniscience, I condemn you. Lightning flashes across the warrior's armor. Agony resounds in blare of his vox alarm. In contrast, Pascal speaks quietly and coldly. Your malfunctioning tech comrade. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. The statement is false. Tech brother Tarzus Hanuman is willingly undergoing holy torment deterioration, which however does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analyst. Unit calling itself Pascal Hanuman. We have information that implicates you, having learned that you are a member of the retinue, a maintenance specialist in the service of Rogue Trader Von Valencius. We have come here with the goal of meeting you, intercepting you, engaging you in combat. Point to the furious servant of the Omnicide. Do you have proof that the tech priest is who he claims to be? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Do you have proof that this tech priest is who he claims to be? Confirmed. According to the archive entry 1E99237, Magos Explorator Tarzus Hanuman served on, maintained the ship. Identifier classified in the capacity of a reliquary caretaker. He sustained extensive damage to both the organic and sacred part of his body in a series of sacrilegious breaches of right of operation, an assassination attempt. Owing to the statistically fortunate coincidence, by the Omniscience's grace, enough of his operational capacity was preserved for him to don a Goliath model secured battle harness, which would preserve his vital functionality. Archive entry personally, data sealed by the captain of the identifier classified. The sound from the tech priest's vox is like the moan of a bending steel beam. A service skull declares, "For vengeance I thirst as I thread the path of vengeance, following a blasphemous miscreant, a bloodies tracks." Analysts of the security system showed that the assassin's heretics infiltrated the reliquary using tech brother Tarzus' unique identification code. Someone had stolen duplicated brother Tarzus' identity, which is a grade 3 transgression, and the unit making the allegedly criminal claim of being Pascal Hanuman is known to have previously entered the stolen code. And see, I'm not handing Pascal over to you unless I see evidence. Let us get to the bottom of this matter together. Let's see. Yeah. Request approved. Ready to work in cooperative mode. Tarzas gives you a haughty look and lets out a howl of wrath. Archiving. Tech brother Tarzas opposes lay participation in the investigation. Search for the truth. The unit Octopicon 22 advises in favor of House Von Valencia's representatives' participation request. I think you and I should continue discussion in private. And see. I insist on joint investigation. Arresting a Rogue Trader's retinue member without any justification stands in breach of the law and my privileges under the warrant of trade. For a while now, and I swear to that he is no criminal. Let's see. Which one should I do? Let's do persuasion. Request for cooperation reviewed and accepted. I request Tech Brother Tarzas consent to the co-participation of representatives of the Von Valencia's dynasty in the investigation proceedings. A sacrilegious conspiracy. I refuse help from laypersons. I am cog of the Deus Mechanicus that grinds down corruption. I will carry out the sentence immediately. We must destroy him. Pascal freezes, but green lights up in his visor. He extends a hand towards Tarzas and replies in a clanging voice, "Let the cycle be discontinued." You realize Pascal's words are coming from both his own Vox and Tarzas. Then every sensor on the Executor's battle harness lights up at once, blindingly, and the wounded armored Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain. Attention. Priority notification. Service units of the Kappa Thread supply line are unauthorized to confront the Rogue Trader. Command, retreat and reinitiate negotiations. Uh-oh. They're trying to kill me. Heretic Pascal, I will wreak punishment upon you. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I have Sky here. So, Sky, let's go ahead and have you go first real quick. I want you to destroy them. See, Sky's right here. See, I want you to fight the big guy, but I want you to bit back. And go ahead and move everybody out of the way real quick, because you get bonus damage if you charge, I think. So I'm gonna have you back here. See, Argenta, you'll be over here, and I want you to just shoot the hell out of them. I'm just gonna have him shoot like this. And then see, Cassia, you can be here because you're gonna be able to hurt a lot of them. Hendrix, you're also melee, so I'll have you also kind of like back here. See, Varden, let's have you here. Varden, I want you. I think I'm close enough. Put you here, Pascal. Off to the side. I think that's good. By the way, I'm installing Guild Wars 2. May as well, since it's free to play. Okay, here we go. Start battle. Let's go ahead and give this to Sky.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Enter. Let's go ahead and give this to Sky as well.
Actions will speak louder than
And this
words.
to Hendrix.
And so it shall be done.
Enter. And then you. I want you to do this. Do this. Do this.
The scriptural prognosis is painful.
And then do this. Nice. And I think that's all you can actually do. see, rear. Do that, and then we'll do. Let's do overwhelming stratagem. Do. Let's do this one.
Running binary override.
Okay.
My vow is to serve.
No idea what that'll do. End turn. And then Cassia, I want you to do all the bad things to them. Everything that's bad, do that to them. Nice. Let's see. Oh, I should have did this first. Whoops. That's alright. I can do this now.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Do that. That I want. No, not that. I want. Do. Oh, can I do this again? I can do this again? Well, hell yeah.
If I may.
Nice.
You might.
Nice, she just destroys them. End turn. Ooh. Sky, do your thing.
Purpose
Buff.
guides me.
Buff yourself.
I will
Buff
triumph.
yourself. Okay, buff. See, buff. More buffing.
Ruin beckons.
All the buffs. Do this on you.
Purpose guides me.
And now, I want you to see. Would that do anything? That works.
I need no guidance.
Huh. Huh.
I will triumph.
And now, go.
Purpose guides me. Rend the flesh.
Oh, nice,
shatter
74
the
damage.
spirit.
And now, more damage. Look at that. Just destroyed him. This guy just destroyed the hell out of him. Oh no, they have a turn. Oh no. Oh, they missed. Okay. Argenta, they're attacking. Save us. Let's see. Where can I move you to?
Doubt is for the weak.
I'm gonna move you. Because are they in the line? They're almost in a line. Right here.
The enemies
right
of
here.
the Emperor will be undone.
Start doing all these little things. This thing here. This thing. Keen's-
I'll do it.
Oh, I didn't need to do that. Whoopsies. That's okay. I'll just go ahead and
As
destroy you.
the Emperor commands.
Nice. Wow, we destroyed them all. Requesting cessation of hostilities. Let's see. Castle, what have you done to... I'm sorry that you had to kill a comrade. Let's see. Point to Tarsus. Help your brother. The unit that you called itself Tarsus Hanuman is dead. Has been disabled. This material asset is beyond restoration or reused as spare parts. After a pause, Pascal bows his head, and a Binharic requiem pours out of the Vox. Despite his misconceptions, he was a servant of the Omnisire. Let's see, I am sorry that you had to kill a comrade. I am not tired at all. In fact, I can finish you off too. Do your worst. Pascal, what have you done? Unable to fulfill a request, the Omnisire granted me an epiphany, and I muted the maimed machine spirit that was filling Tarsus' mind with fury. I do not fully understand the manner of my appeal to it. The situation perfectly mirrors the incident on Ricard Mineris, where I appealed to the machine spirit of a malfunctioning mechanism and laid it to rest. I am sorry that you had to kill him. I also have a negative assessment of this event. The Adeptus Mechanicus will accuse the unit identifying itself as Pascal Hanuman of criminal theft of unique identification code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarsus, I am not authorized to immediately execute the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry. There are no posits among us. Tech brother Tarsus and the machine spirit that lived in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgment was rash and erroneous. Now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs and requisitioning Tarsus Ottoman's neural augment for the purpose of preserving his blessed memory. As astonished tech priests look on, Pascal leans over the slain man's body and extracts the augmented from his skull. His movements are as precise as they are respectful. Whatever it is you're doing. Wait, listen in silence. You saw the agony your tech brother Tarzan was in. His unbridled, pain-spurred faith intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that this machine spirit, with which his mind had merged, was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence had paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is a true path of knowledge, yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued. There is a clang to Omnicon's knees, listening to the floor. Crimson hooded heads is bowed. Let the cycle be discontinued. The radiant light pouring out of Pascal's visor grows dimmer. Static creeps back to his voice. Let the cycle be discontinued, tech comrades. Pascal, there is one small point I'm not clear on. What just happened? What was the reason for the act of genuflection? Now that the conflict has been resolved, may remain aboard my ship. And see what was the reason for that. It has been a long time since the words of the Messiah discontinuing were last spoken openly over public communication bans. We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he has not forgotten after all. The Messiah of discontinuing is not how you refer to Armanet. Let's see, do you know where Armanet is now? Were you among the followers? Wait, isn't that how you refer to Armanet? Following the Archmagos Armanet's partial lassication, removal of the chain of command that was the authorship, attribution on a series of sermons on the discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the cognitive fleet. My goodness. That's a mouthful. It was in fact a title used by many in times past. Is Armanet's teachings not heretical? Their statement is false. Contrary to what many servants of the Omnissiah thought they knew, prefer to believe, the fleet's supreme conclave never issued an official statement on that decision. 37% of the Supreme Conclave's members openly supported Archmagos Armanet views and were removed from the chain of command under circumstances that were classified. The Supreme Conclaves have not had a quorum ever since. Do you know where Armanet is now? Data unavailable. No reports have mentioned Archmagos Armanet since the incident on the Ark Mechanicus Hermeteco, which led to the presumed disappearance of the void ship. My archive has no data on the Hermeteco incident. The vessel was blessed Armanet's base of operations. Is it lost, then? Were you among the followers? Negative. I have no contact with Archmagos Armanet, and was never a member of his flock disciples' retinue. However, my analysis of the doctrine he outlined inspired in me deep respect for trust in him. I presume the conflict between you and Pascal has been resolved. The data received provides a basis for calling the fallen tech brother Tarsus' hypothesis into question. Out of respect for, due to lack of authorization to indict, followers of the Messiah of discontinuing, we will not proceed with detainment, arrest, termination. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Thank you, Tech Brother, Opticon 22. Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. Request denied. The Kappa Thread supply line delegation is leaving. Dargonis expresses gratitude for the hospitality ceasefire and proclaims its intent to return to Footfall to resume performing its regular functions. Pascal's merchant deck right briefly touches the shoulder of Octocon 22, bows respectfully. As all could have been, you know, all could have been not done. Ooh, weapons, armor. I want them. Take all. Collect. Anything else? Anything? Oh, was that it? All very unnecessary. But you know, it's 40k. Sometimes unnecessary things happen. So is the way. Hoody hoody. Hoody hoody. And now where do I go? Oh yes, I gotta reclaim my planet. We must reclaim what is rightfully mine. All mine. Da 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 da. Do do do. The vessel stands ready, Lord Captain. Good. Very good. Let's go ahead and return to my planet. Let's go. Begin the scan. What's this? Administratum. Von Valencia's palace. Ooh. I'm gonna go to the Administratum. And see. Do I have to take you? Oh, that's right. That's right. It's for her quest. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. Do 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 do. And then we'll return to my ship. So that I get a new party, because I need Henrik's with me. Press any key. Huh. Do do do. We're
Let us walk this path to the end.
Greetings, welcome to the Palace of the Adeptus Administratum. Your Lordship, please follow me. I probably should have had Henrik's with me. Do 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 do. Open door. I could go this way, or I can go this way. Let's go this way. This way. Items given to me.
This is out of the ordinary.
I want all item. All of it. Dusty Node. Has been a full cycle since I appointed a police cover for me with the Master of Seals. For the Emperor's sake, I completely forgot about one extremely important seal. I'm going to run upstairs to do it. I don't think it will take long. I'll be back within a couple of hours. Thick layer of dust. Ah. So there's probably somebody upstairs. Hello. Take all. Oh. What is this? I see something. Ugh. It's nice, nice, nice. Give it to me. I don't know what I'm doing.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the
Is
stars.
that everything? I think I was supposed to talk to him. Another noble's bypassing the queue under the pretext of just wanted to ask. All you highborn ever want is just to ask. But what about protocol? That's what I'm asking. Who is going to follow protocol? What? So I paid off a few cloaks to let us skip the queue. Shireen, your time is more important to me than any little formalities. Very well, don't just stand there. You're here now. Or do you think the Master Seals has nothing better to do than receive unexpected visitors? Begin entry. Certain hour, certain time, certain cycle, 41st millennium. Do you want to know who I am? What is this place? Let's see. Let's see. Tell me about, my companion wishes to obtain this. I take it you are her sponsor. In that case, you must submit a written application in conformity with template, as well as written permission for the processing and notification of personal data of your most secret personage. Without it, I cannot issue Mistress Haydari. Mistress Haydari, the form for collecting the seals required to obtain the Mercantum Tubula Official, the certificate of the official trade representative. Seals. What seals? We will discuss that when Varden Heste von Valencius has prepared the primary documentation. And see. There is no way of getting around these formalities. Could you handle paperwork on my behalf? I will pay. Complete the form. The perfectly sharpened quill scratches pleasantly on the parchment, but for the first few minutes, the obscurity phrasing, footnotes, amendments, you are forced to write out the same details over and over again. About you, the Protectorate, Theodore von Valencius, J., and then also every living person who bears your family name. If you do not know all the required information, you must complete the supplementary forms. 1 hour passes. The master seals nods in approval and stows the scroll into a tube labeled with your name. Next is the consent form for the processing and notarization of the personal data of your most secret personage. Sigh forlornly. Give your written consent on the presented form. Another hour. The scroll is whipped away into another tube by the Master of Seals. Protocol executed. Application received. Processed. Approved. Continue. Come on, esteemed Damar. What's that you were saying about seals? Oh, we gotta find the seal. Find the seal of Janus? Oh my goodness. Your document, Mistress Hindar, unfortunately, it does not yet have legal force. I can certify it as a sacred Mercantum Tubula Official once it has received 2 seals of approval. They are easy to obtain, and the Imperium Court Administratum servitors have been handling such tasks for over 150 cycles. There is one such servitor here on Darganus, in Rogue Trader's Palace. The second is duty-bound to keep the seal in the Telecos Epsilon system. Why can the seals not be officiated here in the Administratum Palace? According to the Amendment 3C8, implemented by Prefectus Estina of Darganus, one of the seals must be kept in a palace of the ruler of von Valencia's protectorate, remaining a symbol of unbreakable link between the sacred warrant and the Adeptus Administratum. The second seal is held in Telecos Epsilon system in accordance with Decree OL008ZN. Unfortunately, after a fire 200 years ago, all that remains of the original decree is an addendum certified by the unknown adept with the initials AA. No instructions repealing this decree were ever received from Holy Terra. Therefore, the seal remains where it ought to be. See, find Administratum servitors and have them place 2 seals of approval. The goal is clear. Okay, why am I obliged to handle such a task myself? Decree 424, Clause 79, Amendment 8 of the Law on Certifying a Mercantum Tubula Official with sponsorship of a bearer of the Warrant of Trade. The sponsoring road trader must be present at the placing and certification of each seal. If this requirement is not met, the document will be deemed invalid. Find Administratum servitors and have them place 2 seals of approval. The goal is clear. Please do return once you have prepared the documents. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Okay, so we gotta find 2 seals. 2 seals. Darn. So, let's see. Mundus Valencius. The Master of Seals recommend requesting one of the seals in the Rogue Trader's Palace. So there's the Palace one, which is this one, and the one at Janus. So we gotta go back to Janus. Darn.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Oh, so well. Oh, so well. We shall leave. Return to ship. Oh no. And she probably has to be there with me. Well, we'll do that later. I think I have to do it. I don't necessarily need her with me. And let's bring Hendrix, because Hendrix wants to be there. Let's go. Let's do this. Enough of that stuff. But it does mean I have to travel all the way back. All the way back to Janus. But that is alright. That is alright. Let's first deal with this planet. Hello. I am your lord and savior. Glory to the great rogue trader. Hello, my people. Oh, who are these nobles? Why are you whispering? Glory to the rogue trader. Nice parade. Cheer me on. Look upon your lord. Oh, my goodness. How far do we have to walk? Hello, hello. Clementia Wersarian. The Emperor protects. Welcome home, your lordship. I am Clementa Wersarian, Court Chancellor of the Von Valencius dynasty. On behalf of all of Darganus, please accept my deepest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodora von Valencius. Her departure is a terrible blow to us all, but as one star expires, another always flares to life. And although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the trade dynasty's guiding light in these trying times. The young man quickly brings a respirator to his burnt face and bows his head courteously. His raven black hair veils his burns and skull implants, and his thin metal fingers creak quietly as he offers a welcoming gesture. Achilles Scalander, Secretary at the Administratum Department. I hope your journey to Darganus was not darkened by unwanted troubles. It was uneventful, thank you. The Emperor protected us on our journey to the stars. It was terrible. We had some instances, but they are relevant at the moment. It was uneventful, thank you. I'm glad to hear it, your lordship. Does your lordship wish to survey the grounds? Or perhaps you would sate your curiosity with answering any questions you might have. Governor Urban Drivestem has been notified of your arrival on Darganus and will visit the palace shortly. The preparations for the official visit are well in hand, but your lordship still has plenty of time before the meeting. Hold on a moment, Clementia. Where did you say your last name was? Why isn't the governor here with? We'll ask this one. You heard correctly, your lordship. I am of House Wersarian, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and direct descendant. Oh, nice. The cessation of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding of their function within the mechanism. Why isn't the governor here to greet me? Apologies, your lordship. Governor Drivestem's residence is on the other side of the world, by the administrative palace of Darganus. We sent word as soon as you entered the system, but it takes time to travel the great distance of your domain. Chancellor Wiseria appears unruffled, but you cannot shake the thought that the governor's lateness is a subtle political gesture designed to test the limits of what is acceptable when it comes to interacting with a new rogue trader. I would like to rest before the meeting. Where are my chambers? They are very close, just down the hall. That is also where the study and the audience chambers are. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her departure, but on account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you may need it. You are dismissed. I apologize for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps before the meeting takes place, the illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes for conversation with me. I'm certain that you will find my report on the state of affairs in Von Valencia's Protectorate most useful. I wish to know what is going on in my domain. Drink some water. There we go. Dude, is it just me? Where's everybody else? Any items? 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 Oh, they're just hanging out. That's cool. Items? Items? No item? Oh, there is items. I see item. Okay, I must look everywhere. Tick. Oh. Item? Item. Why is everybody just chilling around here? Toss a coin.
Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
Nice. Here's J. Do. Just keep looking around. What about over here? What is this? I wish for items. Give me items. I want them. Oh, up here. Give them to me, 'cause I want them. Collect all. Anything over here? What is this? Huh. Nothing. Where is my person? One of my companions. Oh, there you are. The walls of your home suffocate me, Untuck. I long to leave this twisted world at the first opportunity. Understandable, understandable. Let's see. Anything over here? Item? Items, items. I want items. Item, item. Is there items over here? Does not appear so. Not yet. Item? Give me. No. Darn. Over here. Item over here. Anything, anything? Darn. No item. But I want the lootsies. Lootsies. Can I go over here? I can. Oh, I cannot. Okay, I cannot go over there. Any more lootsies? What's up here? Lootsies? Lootsies? No. No lootsies. Aristocrat. Where are... There you are. Argenta. In the name of the Golden Throne, we live and die so that we may protect his light from the obliterating darkness. Of course, of course. Item? 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 Is this item? No? Okay. I was hoping. Okay, no item. No item. We got what we can. 3 things of loots. Should be good enough. But we could always have more. Okay, let's do the meeting. The meeting. Let's save first, just in case. Just in case things go wrong. Which they most likely will. Let's do this. Do. Do. What we find. It's good that I don't have to fight for this, I say. Before I have to probably fight for this. My governor wishes to test himself. Test his limits. I, of course, will not allow such things. Welcome, your lordship. Let me inform you of the location of the chambers on your dynastic estate. Please do so. The main throne room is up the stairs, and straight ahead, your subject, Achilles Scalander, informed me that he humbly awaits the opportunity to meet with you there. Okay. And we shall meet. If your lordship wishes to rest after your long journey, then your personal chambers are to the right. Stairs on the right. I see. Up the stairs on the right. I see. Thank you. If you need anything, whatever your soul desires, I'll be right next to your chambers, eagerly awaiting your orders. Okay. Thank you. What's your name, if I may ask? Oh, you have no name. Alright. That's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab these. Because I want them. I want them. They will be mine. Anything else? Nothing. Return. This way. This way. I do want to go to my personal chambers. Personal. See, that's my personal chambers, I think. Is it? Let me see. Open door. What is in here? I want
The Emperor
items.
gave me a vision.
Gimme. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, I already have these boots. Darn. Already had them. What is here? What is this? What is this? Anything else? This. Gimme. Take. I shall take all. Open. Ooh. A multi-milta. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. It's a Melta gun. Does Kaiju want to be a Melta user? No. No. Maybe. No. Maybe. Let's go there. Let's go in here. In here. What lies in here? This is your bedroom. And you will open this. Yes, something was telling me this was going to happen. Before I enter there, I kind of want to see what's in this back room over here. Okay, what's over here? Probably a balcony. It is a balcony. Nice. Uh-oh. Cutscene. Oh, it's just showing me things. Look at my empire. My kingdom. Well, I guess it's not kingdom. But this is my Demiz. I can never pronounce that word correctly. It's my lands. And what is in here? But all the goodies that I want. All the goodies. I want all the goodies. Xenos. All this Xenotech. How dare. Ooh. Nice. I want more. Give me more. I want more. All the stuff. Give it all to me. I was wanted. What's it all? Ooh, what is this? Zealot cloak. When the attacker hits an ally with an area attack, the wearer deals plus 10% damage. I see. This phase shaper gloves. The gloves grant a wearer plus 10 tech use. They also increase the damage of plasma weapons by 3. Well, we know who's getting that. We do know who's getting those. Pascal. Sit down. Oh, I didn't mean to. The secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete solitude. Listening to the muted melody coming from a Vox speaker, you can easily imagine Theodore reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in hand. Choose a book. Several books are stacked in the next to the sofa. Some appear ancient, while others look like they have never been opened. And see, among Theodore's data has been restored using your cognitives in the phrase litanies of the modus force. It is the title of one of the books here. Love is the only truth. Xenoanatomy, a scholar's observations from the series of One Shot, One Kill. Choose the book of the Invincible Army, the annals of the tactical triumphs of the Asceptus at the Astra Militarum, a biological sketchbook. Let's go with this one. The book in your hand looks interesting. The prospect of spending a couple of tranquil hours immersed in reading appeals to you. Continue. A siren shatters the tranquil atmosphere in the room. Alarms sound. Uh-oh! Alarms! Oh no, what do I do? In the name of the rogue traitor, House of von Valencius, whoever is entered his lordship's chambers will be eliminated. I'm the lordship. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Your lordship, deepest apologies for the intrusion. Do you require any assistance? But on second thought, you had better just leave you in peace. No, it's all right. It's all right. Something happened. We didn't know. Dude, I didn't even look at everything. Something happened. I don't want to sit there again. After the alarm and the palace guard's intrusion, the calm and comfortable atmosphere of the room has faded somewhat. Not even here on the rogue trader can find a moment of privacy. Change the music. The vid screen of the data slate before you displays the names of several Vox symphonies. Let's see. You recognize the melody that is playing right now. It's the first of 36 parts of the Symphony of the Honor and Duty. Let's see. Ode to the Most Holy. Choose the piece Skitari Choir. The rhythm of machine and blessed metal. Choose number 2. The music in the speakers momentarily grows louder, filling the entire room. Then goes back to normal, seemingly without any change. Have a glass of wine. 3 sealed bottles sit on the sturdy-looking low table. They are labeled Grandmaster's Blood, Boon of Terra, and Flame of Purity. Grandmaster's Blood. A full-bodied wine is sickly sweet, and you feel a warm sluggishness wash over your body. A siren shatters the tranquil atmosphere in the room. Alarms have been sounded. Gosh darn it. Who keeps sounding these alarms? Oh, I'm guessing there's a puzzle with this. I think I'm understanding. Oh my goodness. But apologies, your lordship. We're leaving. Oh wait, is there a puzzle? I think there's a puzzle. Choose a book. There must be a puzzle with this. See, it was Lindy's. It was Lindy's. Let's do Lindy's. Glass of wine. Boon of Terra. Full body whining, sickly sweet. Feel a warm sluggishness. Alarms have sounded. No! There's definitely... This must be a puzzle. This has to be a puzzle. They didn't even enter this time. They was like, oh yeah. Dude. Let's see. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. What is this? Barely audible, primitive melody come from the old... Darn. Have a glass of wine. Flames. Continue. Data bank from... Oh, I found something. The room responds to your actions with a quiet, grinding sound, and a small nook reveals itself to the nearby wall. Inside you find a data bank, bearing the Von Valencia's coat of arms. See engraved. And I got something. Leave. Nice. I don't know what it was, but I got something. The fun of online games. Okay. Guild Wars 2 is downloaded. Time to try it and for downloading. That's how it usually goes. You get the main game downloaded, then you gotta do the what do you call all the updates. What is this one? Info. The information it contains has been carefully encrypted. Oh, so I can't even unencrypt it. Oh, wait. Maybe I can find somebody to unencrypt it. This. No. Perhaps there's something in here. Can you unencrypt it? Darn. Well, I have the item. Should be alright. Do. This way. Maybe Pascal can unencrypt it. Ooh, items. I like items. Give me item. My compliments to your taste in art. The collection here is extensive and most interesting. I mean, it's really not me, because I haven't really lived here all that long. There's Abelard. Let's see. I will check the secretary's reports and keep an eye on the logisticians. That's what he said. Take all. I need more items. I need all the items. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Mistress Hindari, my patience is not easily exhausted, but you're coming very close. I shall repeat myself again. No, I will not issue you a seal, not in exchange for your honest word, nor a bribe. This is a part of the quest I need to do. Do. Da. I can see the family resemblance with the Abelard now. You cannot see further than your own nose, my dear Clementia. It wasn't a bribe, it was a gift. Now about the seal. About that seal. Looks like I need to do the seal. Let the rogue trader decide. Your lordship, I apologize for the ugly scene, but I might ask you to rein in Mistress Hindari and put a stop to her inflammatory actions towards me. As the Exalted One is my witness, Shireen, I have tried everything I could to spare you any unnecessary headache over the seals for the Vacantum Tubula Officiale. I even showed this aid with a temper worse than a sandstorm, the certificate with your signature. But your Chancellor merely kept batting me away with her frail, baseless denials. I suspect that the reason for this has nothing to do with my humble personage. Clementia purses her lips and glowers at Jay. Oh no, this isn't about me at all. Narrows her eyes as she peers into Clementia's face until the latter finally looks away. I see. Well, Chancellor, will you tell us yourself, or should I help you? Whatever's the matter, Mistress Wassarian. Mistress Wassarian, I require the document to be certified. Where is the court servitor? Let's see. Help in what? Say, Jay. Whatever's the matter, Mistress Wissarian. Then we'll just say this one. I am afraid that my words may anger your lordship. The seal you are looking for was lost over a quarter of a century ago. Her ladyship Theodore von Valencius ordered a new one to be delivered from the Imperium. But as you well know, we are a long way away from the Holy Terra, and with the warp storms ravaging the Kuros expanse, we have been unable to receive a replacement to this day. And see. Give Clemente the seal with C. I presume the one responsible was punished properly and harshly. I ought to have flogged for withholding critical information. Could this be seal in question? This is without a doubt the Amstrom seal from the Winterskill realm. But why is the original and not a copy? Oh, I think I understand. Well, the laws of the Imperium do not prohibit heirs of the other houses from using the seal in times of need. I will order to have servants of the machine told to create a duplicate so as to avoid such embarrassing predicaments in the future. I ought to have you flogged. There is something I must discuss with the Chancellor in private. Let's see. Oh, by all means, Shireen. I dare not waste any more of the precious balm that is your time on matters related to me. If I may excuse myself. Let's see, what are your responsibilities as Chancellor? To put it simply, I am your trade representative. Any and all decrees, deals, official communication, meetings are first reviewed by me, and then forwarded to you, and from you down the hierarchy. My purview also includes overseeing your lordship's property, the palace, the estates, the many gardens, and other demens. See, this is the word I can't pronounce. On Dargonis, that you have inherited from Lady Theodora, and whenever you are present on Dargonis, consider me your personal secretary. What can you tell me about Dargonis? All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, an ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adeptus Administratum, which allowed for efficient management of the world and the neighboring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Administratum and converted into servitors scribes. They now toil across the entire world. Dargonis is also the seat of several noble families who run all the major planets in the Protectorate. If I may express my not-so-humble opinion, they care very little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those piranhas think about their own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of Protectorate itself, if not more. And lastly, Dargonis has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of the worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships which are used to transport cargo between the worlds. Does the capital stay in contact with the other worlds of the Protectorate? Unfortunately not at this time, your lordship. After the few representatives of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica on Dargonis went into a frenzy, some of the Psychers were tragically pacified by their respective authorities. Since then, communication with the neighboring systems has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the Master of Mankind that you managed to find your way to the capital. If the noble houses are so volatile, what sense is there keeping them? Over the many centuries, an intricate hierarchy has formed within the ruling elite of Dargonis. The great houses do more than plunder your treasury. It is replenished to a large degree, thanks to their administrative work and their lands. Naturally, you can get rid of anyone whom you consider surplus to requirements, but right now it would threaten the fragile stability that is currently holding the Protectorate together. Are there any other issues I should be aware of? Apart from disrupted communications, Dargonis was recently raided by enemies of humanity. However, the fleet under the command of Captain Marthius Wissarian triumphed over the accursed Xenos. If you ask for my opinion on the matter, we have the situation completely under control. updates or whatever, yeah. Awareness. You catch her avoiding your gaze for just a moment. For the first time, it's obvious that Clementia is looking out for her house's good name, but despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell that she does not entirely believe her own words. Tell me about Governor Drivestern. Urban Drivestern is a well-respected man, not just on Dargonis, but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, his house has supported the capital's administration and logistics between the Von Valencia systems. The Drivestem's efforts secured years of order prosperity for Dargonis. What's more, Lady Theodora personally insisted that Lord Urban specifically be made the next governor. The way you speak of Drivestern, I hear a hint of either contempt or resentment. No, I don't believe I feel either, your lordship. Clementia's steely eyes stare into the distance, her jaw clenching visibly. She speaks in a polite but clipped manner, clearly frustrated by your insight. We have different views on how to run a world. We sometimes have discussions over the laws that are enacted, but we both work for a good of Von Valencia's Protectorate. That much can be said without doubt. Thank you for your report, Chancellor. I serve the Von Valencia Protectorate, your lordship. Achilles Scalander, does he cause any problems? Why, none at all, your lordship. Secretary Scalander is an outstanding individual and a loyal servant of Von Valencia's dynasty. In Lady Theodora's absence, we collaborate on a number of issues related to the well-being of your domain. He has proven himself quite capable, and I don't know why, but even the governor trembles before Achilles, which is unusual for a man of his, shall I say, standing. The governor can wait a little longer. I still have matters to take care of. Certainly, lordship. However, I do not concern myself with the governor's feelings, but I must warn you, your action or inaction may be interpreted in a certain way. Now, if your lordship will excuse me. And see. I wish to go this way. Yeah. Item. Pascal. I'll talk to Pascal. Do you have anything to say? No. Okay. What about you? Item. Item. No item. Let's see, we should speak with Henrix. Henrix, I must speak with you. Do. Henrix. The lack of observers on the world has led your nobles to become extremely complacent. Today alone, I overheard 3 statements that, if I so wanted, could be turned into grounds for charge of heresy. The slender figure clad in robes made from extensive fabric shudders from violent coughing. Pressing a gilded respirator to his face, the man takes several deep breaths. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well. Achilles covers his burned lips, trying and failing to suppress a coughing fit. She is in good health. She sends her regards to you, as well as her wishes for your swift return. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Achilles thumps himself on the chest with his augmented hand. You hear the changing of metal against metal, or clanging against metal against metal. I'm not so foolish as to fail to notice a conversation in code. Your insight deserves credit, rogue trader. Then again, I expected nothing less than Theodore von Valencia's successor. Allow me to introduce Achilles Scalander. Properly. In addition to his duties as Secretary of the Administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master Scalander was transferred into my remand by a colleague who is engaged in other matters in the Crotus Expanse. I'm sure you will find Achilles' services useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foes within the borders of your protectorate. Greetings, Lord Varden Heste von Valencias. Allow me once again to express my deepest condolences of the loss of Lady Theodora. I will do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Conrad Vtuber's accomplices on the capital world. Do you know anything about what has become of Conrad Vtuber? The former Master of Whispers is a heretic and a traitor to the dynasty. Word of his treason reached Darganas too late. Conrad came to the planet and left it almost immediately. Once he had sown discord in the minds of the gullible and naive, the worst of the rumors he started was that you were the one responsible for the Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive any who showed signs of doubt, but it seems unlikely that the Wardens got to anyone who has allowed doubt into their heart, now nurtures in secret. And see, you promised me a report on the present state of affairs of the Protectorate. I have already forwarded all official reports to the Seneschal. As for conversation we are having right now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data slate with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dargana's political environment. You, however, have only just arrived in the capital world, and I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Darganas, much like nobles on most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whatever is the weakest, or whomever they deem to be the weakest. The nobles of Darganas are well-respected, rich, and powerful individuals who held Lady Theodora's favor for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the rogue trader. Every family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects that with this transition of power, they will retain and even add to their lands and wealth. The families I would recommend giving particular attention to are the Drivestems, the Gapraks, and the Sourbacks. I should also mention the Wissarians, not a noble house per se, but a family that was part of the Lady Theodora's inner circle, to the Blue Bloods' great displeasure. By the way, I love how the first recommended video under this is fauna. Well, you know, fauna is awesome. Tell me about the Drivestems. The Drivestems are the ancient governor house of Darganas. Predictably, the greater the wealth of the Von Valencia's protectorate, the fuller their coffers grow. Their reputation is flawless except for one detail. We have evidence that urban Drivestems rivals seem to have the misfortune of regularly falling victim to Xeno raids. I find these attacks are always a little too advantageous for the Drivestems, but we lack solid proof, and it might never surface. You see, the closer an official is to a rogue trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing shoulders with Xenos is a heresy that can be overlooked only in the case of the Von Valencia's heir, not his servants. What makes the Gapraks special? The Gapraks hail from a remote Forge world. Among their distant relatives, there are many servants of the Omnissiah, and the house itself is close to the cult of Adeptus Mechanicus, both in spirit and in their business connections. The Gapraks oversaw the industrial shipment within your protectorate until recently. Ever since the astropathic communication with Kiyama was severed, they've been quite concerned about the security of the planet placed in their care. Okay, so these guys sound not too bad. The Drivestems I shouldn't really worry about. What can you tell me about House Sourback? The religious, hardworking, the Sourbacks own many enterprises including distillation, manufactorium that produce promethium. I must note that lately members of the Sourback family have been prone to overly liberal statements about the Von Valencia's dynasty. They believe that Lady Theodora is a bit too keen to leave her worlds without proper oversight. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I would like to know more about the Wissarians. The Wissarians are a line founded by Lady Theodora's seneschal, and as such are nominally considered nobility, at least from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy, from which Lord Abelard hails. On Darganas, however, their position is precarious. Firstly, they never were granted an official title, a process which has been impeded for decades by the old houses of Darganas. And secondly, the other families do not see them as equals, but more as upstarts clinging to the rogue trader's favor. The Wissarians are responsible for the capital world's fleet and the majority of the cargo shipments on Damascus routes. Well, they're very important then. Let's see, after hearing all of that, I now feel the urge to have every one of these sycophants executed at once. Enough about nobles. Was there anything else you wanted to report? There was, your lordship. And this time it concerns the main reason for my presence on this planet, Xenos, the threat they pose both to you and humanity as a whole. My goodness. The last few months have been difficult for people who report to me. My eyes and ears scattered throughout the Kronos expanse. Warp disturbances, astropaths overcome with madness, ships disappearing in the Materium. Many of my observers' contacts have gone dark and have been killed by many calamity or other. Still, I managed to establish communication with some key individuals who were able to warn me about incoming threats, including Xeno raids. It is within my power to supply you with intelligence on where and when the Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt the governor's drive stem will beg you for protection against the Xenos, and in this fight, the information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you, Varden Heste, if I ever report a threat looming over a ship or a planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes an intervention from Rogue Trader and his mighty void ship to avert a disaster. Let's see. What are your responsibilities? Officially, I'm a secretary of the World's Administratum Department. Less officially, I'm afraid I can't disclose that even to you. In short, I collect and investigate reports of heresy taking root on upstarting planets of humanity. Above all else, I am concerned about Xeno threats that hangs over the entire Kronos expanse, including your protectorate. Sadly, my mission was complicated by the recent warp disturbances. I'm still trying to reestablish contact with many of my agents. Do you know anything about the cult of the Final Dawn? My knowledge is deplorably limited, your lordship. All my attention has been focused on tracking Xeno's activity. I'm certain that Master Von Calix can tell you much more about those heretics than I. Tell me about Xenos. The residents of the local systems are no stranger to skirmishes with enemies of humanity, but recently the loathsome beasts seem to have completely flown off the handle. We're receiving reports from ships that made it through the warp in Dargonis. Both they and the colonies that they've departed from are being attacked. We have identified the breed of Xenos that pose this threat, the Drukari, humanity's ancient and insidious foes. Be vigilant on your travels. The Xenos will undoubtedly attack a rogue trader's ship should they find the circumstances to be in their favor. Unfortunately, in the host of humanity, there are those who are willing to grovel before our enemies in hopes of a valuable reward. You may be interested to know that we are on the trail of such heretics. Overwhelming evidence indicates that a marauded void station in Longren's belt is being used as a base by a band of pirates who are not above dealing with Xenos. I was unable to persuade the Chancellor of the need to dispatch a ship there, but perhaps you would like to pay a courtesy call to these scoundrels yourself. About your unofficial work. Yes? Whom do you truly serve, the rogue trader or the interrogator of the Inquisition? And whom does the rogue trader serve? The Golden Throne? The Protectorate? Could it be the one stems from the other? And if so, is there any sense in discussing it? I want a list of all your agents and means to contact them. Let's see. I can understand your desire, Rogue Trader, to have everything under your control, and yet I am not at liberty to make use of classified information related to the interrogator's agents in whatever way I see fit. There's no point in pressing my agents. None of them would ever reveal such vital information, especially not in my presence. Okay. I have learned all I want to do. I have no other questions to ask. Oh, this seems kind of rude to ask. I'll take my leave. According to the message I received a few minutes ago, Governor Draftston has arrived at court. I imagine that the Chancellor is already prepared to arrange the meeting. All that's left is to notify her that you are ready to see Urban. Yo, I finally made it. How's it going, Varden, bro? Hello, Kaiju. Hello, Kaiju. It is going well. I'm just finally got to my main planet after, you know, many hours of not doing that. But we're gonna go talk to this noble, this, not this one, but there's gonna be some governor I have to speak to. He may be trying to use me, your lordship. Clementis bows her head politely. For a chancellor to a rogue trader, she is dressed rather simply. A parade doublet, polished boots, and a comfortable cloak. She bears a saber and gilded scabbard. Whether to show or protection, one could not say. Only her ring with a Wassarian coat of arms indicates that she is the highest social stratum. The governor is waiting on the proprietor of the palace. I cannot read. Please let me know when you would like to see him. Kick his ass. I will. I will use my words. I need to drink some water. Woody woody. Woody woody. My throat's all dry. Woody woody. But how are you doing, Kaiju? Are you doing well? Is your day all amazing? The sharp gaze, the impeccably straight back, the composure. For a moment, you feel like you're looking at a younger version of Abelard himself, not his heir. Judging by the scars on the exposed part of her body, Clementia saw her fair share of combat prior to assuming the position of Chancellor. Tell them that I'm ready to see the governor. I shall arrange for him to be escorted to your study. Almost home from work. Nice. Varden Heste von Valencius, 12th in his line, rogue trader. Or is that 20th? Yeah, 20th in his line. Rogue trader, keeper of the sacred wand, and ruler of the Kronos Expanse. From the Cranach system to the 100 Dreams crossroads, I bid you welcome. I was snowing all day, darns. Oh, is this the guy I'm talking to? My goodness, look at him. Look at his hair. Urban Drivestem, governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It'll be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodore von Valencius. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dargonis and the entire Protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honor the memory of our beloved lady. Theodore von Valencius deserves more than that. You will declare a full year. There is no need. I am the new ruler of the Protectorate. Let my subjects rejoice at my arrival instead. The bewilderment causes the wrinkles on Drivestem's glossy face to soften. Your lordship, these are centuries-old traditions, sacred customs and rules. Do not forget who it is you serve, Urban Drivestem. If it is the rogue trader's wish not to have a mourning ceremony, Abelard's voice grates unpleasantly, then so be it. Perhaps the purvenue installed by Lady Theodore cares not for sacred traditions of our founding ancestors. The governor gives a meaningful nod in Abelard's direction, but Varden Heste von Valencius is a descendant of the true children of Dargonis. It behooves the ruler of a world to honor its customs. Let's see. I do honor traditions, Governor. Later, when things in the Protectorate settle down, we will declare a mourning period. As you will, your lordship. Esteemed Varden Heste, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and persevere in spite of this tragedy, together. And let us carry on where she no longer can be leading the von Valencius Protectorate to even greater prosperity. Drivestem gives you a look of admiration. It seems that he is quite aware of your fame, and this opportunity to curry favor with such an eminent figure is one he does not wish to miss. Your illustrious glory made you famous far beyond the bounds of your home system. Oh, wow. So he actually likes me. He thinks I'm really cool. Alas, it won't be easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropaths of Dargonis flew into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with neighboring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the routes are tangled, and no longer lead to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of the ships in the Dargonis Navy travel without relying on services of navigators, without your engagement, the well-being of Von Valencia's dynasty and billions of its subjects is presently at risk. We met a ship from Dargonis not too long ago. The crew was transporting a strange artifact and went mad during the flight. Conrad Voyager, former Master of Whispers, is a heretic and a traitor, as he showed his face in Dargonis. What exactly do the Dargonis nobility expect from me in light of the loss of routes communication? Let's see. We met a ship from Dargonis not too long ago. The governor presses a number of buttons on the coordinator built into the bracer. He looks up at you in surprise. I don't understand. The ship did indeed depart from orbit, but it did so, if you can believe it, on the rogue trader's authorization. That is why no one dared to impede its departure. Lord Captain, it would seem Conrad somehow got his hands on a copy of your authorization, or perhaps even the original. A tool like that in the hands of a traitor does not bode well. And see, Conrad Vtuber is a traitor. President Pensy strokes his rings, glittering on his fingers. Lord Vtuber visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. Heretic, you say? Now I see where all the whispering and the quarters have come from. I shall be frank with you, your lordship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us, and the absence of any sort of verifiable and complete information about her successor gives grounds for all manner of rumors and misrepresentations, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, some would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering a rogue traitor. However, Conrad Vtuber was once a true boon to the Protectorate back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. Let's see. My subjects' doubts are understandable. Too many have changed in too short a span. I will prove myself worthy of my position. Why, Varden, has your desires most commendable, but please do not forget, a ruler should never bow to their attendants, or some might see it as a show weakness. What exactly do the Dargonis nobility expect from me in light of the loss of routes and communication? We are all troubled by the fate of the Agni World Janus that supplied Dargonis and other planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can drive even the mildest rabble to revolt. Furthermore, House Gaprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with the industrial world, Kiava Gamma, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the world that deserves your attention the most is the penal world, Viabos 6, one of the key mining suppliers in your protectorate. Such intrigue and concern for Viabos 6 outpost. Doesn't your house happen to own the extraction stations there? Your lordship, I beg of you, do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decision in any way. You see, without Viabos 6, the manufactomes on your worlds will need to make haste to find new suppliers elsewhere and arrange for new shipments. And in these troubling times, they run the risk of delaying other most tragic mishaps. My own concern is for the prosperity of the Von Valencia's dynasty. I've already visited the Agni World Janus. Governor Viat found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. Truly, the Viat line is one of the oldest in the Von Valencia's protectorate. If the inheritor of such well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. Vistense succumbed to the worshipping of ruinous powers and was executed. pales in terror. It is clear from this unseemly grimace on his aristocratic countenance that his fear is not feigned. Ruinous powers. Truly horrifying news. I commend your resolve and unwavering severity. Death to the enemies of humanity. That does it for the planets and trade routes. What else? Xenos, your lordship. I don't rightly know where to begin. Otherworldly beasts are not an uncommon sight in Cronus Expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds this side of the Maw for decades, but now those abominations are on a rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop the madness. We are in the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Darganis. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers, although those that remain are as yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master Scalander will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his report, the region of Vabos 6 has been particularly concerned in the last few cycles, which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Now, to issues on the smaller scale, there is a certain degree of tension in the capital due to the unorthodox succession to the Sacred Warrant. Chances of uprisings are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumors is nothing but a sign of weakness of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What is to be done with them? Eliminate the most prominent malcontents quietly, but do not threaten entire families. Hopefully, these steps will be enough to keep the rest from causing any more trouble. I care not for those hyenas that are yapping about behind my back. Make arrangements for public purges. All who have sullied a rogue trader's name must meet their deaths on Executor's Block. Send the disgruntled noble lavish gifts on my behalf, and make sure that my generosity does not go unnoticed to the rest. Which decision should I choose? What kind of ruler am I? Let's see. Eliminate the most prominent malcontents quietly, who do not threaten entire families. Hopefully these steps will be enough to keep the rest from causing any more trouble. Let's see. Let's see. I can just not do anything. But honestly, that might be weakness. What should I do? What would be the right decision? I don't necessarily want to purge them. That's just a bad idea. Let's see, I do need to assert my power. What's a few, noble lives, Let's go ahead and just remove a few of them. I don't know, I don't know. Definitely not this one, probably not this one. Gifts might be a sign of weakness, to be honest. Let's see. Eliminate them. Once your lordship's wrath descends upon the guilty, have no doubt, there won't be a soul on Darganis willing to share their fate. And one last thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the Sacred Warrant is but a matter of time. I would like to inquire about one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, bolstered by equally long-lasting friendship, of being represented on Darganis by one of the noble families, the noble houses. I presume that, as before, this duty will be accorded to the House Drivestem. Let's see. One moment. Let's see, there is no need to alter any traditions. The dynasty will be represented by House Drivestem. One moment. Which houses can represent me at the ceremony? Any of the noble houses located on Dargonis, the Drystem family which I lead, the Gatrek family with long ties to the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Sauerbachs, known for their piety, indulgence, and service. Perhaps I should also mention the Wissarians, who have some influence, but who are not actually of noble origin. Any one of those houses would be honored to represent you at the ceremony. I mean, it would seem, you know, to alter the, alter from the dry stems. Wait. I mean, I would like the Wissarians, because I like the Wissarians. But drive stem might be the proper one. Because it would be a huge message if I were to choose anybody else. I suppose I bestow this honor upon the Wissarians. You know what, new man in town. And I would like the honor of my... I guess I would have the backing of my military, because the Wissarians are the military, essentially. Let's see. Although the dry stems aren't. Hoodie hoodie. Man, there's so many choices. So many choices. I suppose I do prefer the Wissarians. I will bestow this honor upon the Wissarians. Lord Captain, to accompany you at such a crucial hour is the greatest honor for the Wissarian bloodline. Have no fear. We will not fail you. Dristan tosses Albert a look that lacks even the smallest shred of respect. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Wissarians, whose lineage traces back to the Navy officer, are not of the Dargonis nobility. Such decisions may have adverse effects on your subjects' loyalty, your lordship. I shall immediately relay your commands, most gracious rogue trader. Thank you for your time. I would like to complete my inauguration as a rogue trader as soon as possible. When is the ceremony? Tell me about yourself, Lord House. Tell me about your house. It'd be my pleasure to enlighten you. My house is the oldest and most respected on Dargonis. My ancestors walked side by side with yours for many generations as they cared for this world's welfare. Our duty is to supervise the governing bodies within the systems subservient to you, and you are responsible for the Protectorate's logistics and economic stability. As for me personally, I am a humble servant of the Emperor and loyal servant of the rogue trader, and to my pleasure, I had the honor of calling myself Lady Theodora's close friend. At Urban's last words, Abelard lets out a sound that could be interpreted as either a snort or a cough. Urban gives him a look, which Abelard meets with an expression of utter nonchalance. Yeah, they definitely don't like each other. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the Wissarians, because the Wissarians have proven loyal, but also not so loyal that they won't tell me how it is. I would like to complete my inauguration as soon as possible. I'm afraid that until you deal with pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Many trade routes are still unavailable. The central worlds of the Von Valencius Protectorate are going through a crisis, and the warp disturbances, if void observers are to be believed, will prevent important guests from reaching the capital. That will be all, I take it. Thank you for your time, your lordship. Since duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor's grace be with you. Okay, I might have to take back the rest of my rules then. Let's see, look at the map. J. Blaze in the Void. According to Scalander, the Xenos race may have struck a penal colony. So, there. I have to go there. Let's see. Do need to finish this one. A new ruler. I need to find another one. Hoodie. And let's look at my colony. Colony management. I bring woeful news, Lord Captain. Prelate Hectarius of the Order of the Hammer has passed away. Immediately after the launch of the orbital Voxspire, he entered the halls of recording. Having sat on the command throne, was granted a vision. For over 3 days, Prelate Hectarius preached about Saint Cognitus being reincarnated in a body made from the saint's own holy relics. This spiritual feat depleted Prelate Hectarius' strength. He peacefully departed for the Emperor's throne shortly after the sermon's conclusion. The Order's elder believed this is a sign that Saint Cognitus' relics, currently stored on the planets throughout the expanse, must be brought together. The Order is preparing for the election of a new prelate, under whose guidance it will undertake this holy mission. The majority of the votes are divided between Pyrrhus Lugenalia, well known for her fervor, and the merciful Cellular Tekon. The minority of the Order sees Oceonimus Nigmus, a humble and reasonable man, as their prelate. And see. I need an obedient prelate, one such as Brother Nigmus. No. Does Prelate Hectarchus' death, does his death strike you as odd? I'm afraid it does not. The esteemed Hectarchus began his service as a battle missionary, and has long grown weary of peaceful life befitting a man of his status. He yearned for a worthy spiritual feat, and when presented with a chance to serve as the voice of a saint, he gave what little strength remained. When he died, he was exhausted, but content. How does the Order intend to carry out Saint Cognitus' mission? The Conclave aims to procure all the relics that once belonged to Saint Cognitus. All that can possibly be procured, given that the saint is a legendary figure. Many items in the Corona's expanse have an alleged connection to him. However, it seems unlikely that any of the relics owners will be eager to part with them. The answer to the question of how the Order of the Hammer is going to retrieve them depends on the identity of its next prelate. Let's see. I wish to know more about the candidates. Prioress Lugnalia was converted by Hectarius on one of the heathen worlds. She then served as his bodyguard for many years, and eventually became the protector of the Order's reliquary and the leader of its military branch. As for Brother Tychon, he is an aristocrat by birth. He had an excellent education, could have lived in luxury had he not renounced secular life for the sake of ascetic vows. He's intelligent, thoughtful, well-read, and most importantly, genuinely merciful. Oh, I like him. What will my companions say? I have sympathy for Pyrrhus Lugenalia. Let her meet with Reverend Hieronymus of Footfall. Should he accept her as a worthy leader, we ought to support her. Let's see. Abelard, see to it that the house Drysdale thanks us for the assistance we provided to their kin. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Let's see, this one is plus 5,000 RP from the Drusians. Dodie. Oh, Brother Tychon, he and I have met back when he was called Tychon Drevston. He wasn't a mug back then. He was a grandson, heir to the urban governor of Dargonis. An honorable young man with a spark in his eye. His ascension would mean much to the Drystems. That is true. Hoodie. Sure, I would actually gain from these two. But I would also gain from this one as well. This is a political move right here. Plus, he does sound like a reasonable person. Yeah, see to it that the house Dressum thanks us for assistance we provided to their kid. Will do. I bet Urban never thought the boy would be any use to the family. Now we will have to endure a decade of him boasting about the drive stem blood that always strives for the great heights. Brother Tychon has been chosen as the prelate of the Order of the Hammer. Peaceful emissaries departed from Palestone for many planets to form alliances and reinforce spiritual ties with holders of Saint Cognitus' relics. This diplomatic mission will undoubtedly require sizable financial support. Which is alright. House Drystem has been informed of the honor granted to their family, and has humbly requested to cover all expenses related to Prelate Tychon's endeavors. Nice. We've done it. Good tidings. Let's see. Crusade. So I can't do this one. Do. And good tidings. Shrine. Good tidings. See, this one gives me +8. Well, this one also gives me Drushan's. Woody. Block Shrine. I do need Imperium Navy. Dude, this is +3 security. +8 complacency, +3 factor. I'm unsure. Grants the additional damage equal to the wearer's WP bonus. Unsure. I mean, I can do both of these. I mean, once I have the other ones. This one sadly is blocked. This one would have been awesome. But sadly it's blocked. I blocked it by accident. Whoopsies. Block projects. Druson's. See, the following project must be completed in the colony. Bonfire of the Righteous. Yeah, that can't do it because of this. Whoops. C. Do. This will give me book latency. Contract unquenchable greed. Woody. Do. Sale of indulgences. Touched by holiness. We'll do this one. We'll do that one. Janice. Oh, nice. Thank you. We got the chemical plant. Let's see, what shall we do here? Cure for sloth. Efficiency for all colonies, which is pretty good. Pretty darn good. Execute. And that should be good. So I can't do Dargonis yet. I was hoping I was able to do Dargonis. Darn. I was really hoping I can do that. Let's see. J contracts. What's this? Complete contract. Nice. C. I can't do this one. I can't do... Oh, adamantine. Race to the top. Ooh, governor's agents seek a rare, valuable material. That could be useful. Shadow dealings. I don't have any of these things. This one I could probably get. I guess I have to make another one of these. Okay. So sadly, I can't build here yet. Oh well. Let's get back to my ship. I was hoping. Who's the wells? Do. Da. We'll probably end pretty soon. I'm just gonna get back to my ship. Oh, press. Anything gonna happen? Oh, nothing happened. I keep thinking like there's gonna be a scene. Let's get back to my ship. Man. I don't have Dargonis. I need the fleet. Because Dargonis is necessary to make the fleet. Doo-doo-da. That's how I get all my ship parts. Doo-doo-doo. Or did I have to talk to somebody? It's possible I had to talk to somebody. Oh, terrible news from Dargonis Lord Captain. The subsidiary hive city, Sisophone 84249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production has halted, and millions of people have broken their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines, leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. What is your directive regarding the distribution of these refugees? Let's see. What was the cause of the catastrophe? It is still unclear. The noble houses are throwing the blame at one another. Agents of the venerable Achilles Scalander, stationed on Sisophone, have died heroically while trying to save the population from the disaster. Their latest reports mention some vulnerabilities in the industrial sectors of the lower hive, but do not go into further detail. Additionally, all of your servants are currently busy with investigating the causes of the crisis, but are not doing anything to deal with the consequences. What say my advisors? The death of Achilles agents troubles me. It may not be coincidence until the causes of the disaster can be concretely established. I would avoid letting refugees into other hives. There may be saboteurs among them. I recommend setting up prohibitive cordons where the refugees can be contained in the wastelands between the hives. The Emperor bids us to face the often cruel strokes of fate with dignity. If the other hives do not wish to accept the unfortunate victims of this tragedy, then let the victims themselves teach those living in the hives a lesson in resilience and humility. I'm sure that the ecclesiarchy will aid the refugees in constructing camps to survive out in the wastelands and establish a community of proud desert-dwelling martyrs. Such harsh conditions will be crucible of fortitude and fearlessness. This tragedy, a feat of spirit. Signal the hives to open the gates. Argentus, see to it that the ecclesiarchy would not ignore the limits of the poor. He who dares to remain deaf to the pleas of the destitute shall be branded a traitor to the faith. Large labor settlements were set up around the ruins of Sisophone, to where the refugees from the wastelands and neighboring hives have been rounded up. In the harsh wastelands scorched with industrial poison, with only a bare modicum of food and clean water, the settlement residents began arduous and dangerous task of rebuilding their fallen home. Many of the ecclesiarchy priests sought to share in this burden with poor souls, coming to their village and preaching to them about the righteousness of our Lord. Some pastors have even chosen to stay in their camps permanently, where the desert cults of Akintai martyrs have begun to gather around them, glorifying the Lord Captain for granting the right to suffer for the glory of the God Emperor. Nice. Oh, so I do get it. Okay. I'm guessing that's how everything starts. See, restoration. A new hive city will be established on top of the ruins of 8-4. See, ecclesia for the nobility. Palace, whatever you call these, will be constructed on top of the ruins for the aristocracy. The dead and the dying will fertilize the gardens that will ring these pleasures chambers. Ooh. I do get +2. Let's see, what do I get? I get +1 to everything. This one gives me +5 to all their skills, which is pretty nice. Let's see. -2 cost. Profit. Security. Emporium. The surviving spine will be rebuilt into a space elevator. It'll be capped by an emporium, excepting those ships that are too heavy to land on the surface. I see. Let's see. I think I'll do restoration, because this gives me +1 to every all the colonies and a lot of people. Execute. And now the thing I'm waiting to do is this one. This is the one I want. Wait, is it this one? Let's see. Lord Captain's Void ship gains the Pirate's Bane feature. Oh, not that one, but this one too. Let's see. I'll take this one as well. I think it's this one. Lord Captain's Void ship gains the Master Raider feature for winning space battles. Ooh, this is pretty good too, but that's not what I was looking for either. There was one that gives you a another ship to help you. Unless they change the way these work. Oh, escort ship right here. Never mind, it's right here. Escort ship. Okay, these both give an escort ship. Oh, it blocks each other. Okay. Okay, so which one would I rather have? Oh, this one's a void. I see it. I want this one because Imperial Navy. Yeah, this is the one I want. Shield of the Emperor. Give me Imperial Navy RP, which will help with buying new stuff, as well as other things. Yeah, this is what I want. Escort ship, because this will make the space battles much easier. But I have to wait. I have to wait for this, which shouldn't be too hard, to be honest. Should be rather easy. So if I were to press this, well, yes, I do see it now. I don't think I can do this just yet. Nice. Okay. Phew. Should I end it here? Let's go to my, back to the bridge. Back to the bridge. Let's see. Well, we reclaimed one world pretty easily too. It was just a lot of talking. Lots and lots of talking. Doopa-doo. Doopa-da. We will return to the bridge and I will end it right here. End. There you go. There we go. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I certainly do enjoy this game. Although, admittedly, there's a lot of reading and not a lot going on, you know, within the stream. So I understand if it's not your cup of tea. But I do like the game itself. Thanks for the stream, Varden. No problem, no problem. I just hope you all enjoyed it. And I shall see you all next time. Goodbye. Goodbye.